Oh, what's up, everybody, man? Y'all know what it is, man. It's Fred, Fan View, Real Fans Talk Sports. Y'all know what it is, man. Thank y'all for subscribing to this Fan View Live page, man. Continue to grow this page, man. Don't forget the New Orleans Talk Network page each and every Thursday night, man. Me, my man G Sports, Coach Hurricane Hit, man. For 2 hours, we break down sports and what's been going around the world of sports as fans. But this video particularly here, it's about Jim Harbaugh. Where should Jim Harbaugh coach next? Yes, I said it. Next. Well, Fred, he's the head coach of Michigan. Well, I'm a diehard Michigan fan. I think it's time for him to go. I waited a couple of days for this video to come to do this video because, I'm emotional. When it comes to my Wolverines and my Saints, I get really emotional. So I waited a few days. I wanted to calm down. I'm calm now. Let's just break down Jim Harbaugh 10 years as the head coach of Michigan. You're 0-5 against Ohio State. Well, that's enough for me. Can't win the big one. You lost 4 to Urban Meyer, then you lose the last one this year. And it seemed like the last few games, Ohio State just continues to put up 40-plus points on you. That's just what that is. You're 1-9 versus top 10 teams. You're 1-9, Jim. You're 1-9. Another reason you can go. You're 1-6 against road teams if they're ranked. That's another reason we can go. You're 0-7 at the underdog, Jim. 0-7. I know what some fans thinking, man, Fred, how can you get a better coach better than Jim Harbaugh? And plus, think about the days of Brady Hoke. Think about the days of Rich Rod, when you could barely win 5 or 6 games. And what Jim Harbaugh has done over the past 5 seasons as Michigan head coach. I understand. We were winning 5 and 6 games a season. Now Jim Harbaugh comes there. You win 9 games each and every one of those years. But no one made you the second highest paid coach in college football just to win 9 games. Just to say that, hey, listen, you've done a decent job. No. They made you the highest paid coach so your team, the program, could eventually compete for a college playoff. That 14 playoff, when you make somebody the second highest paid coach under Nick Saban, that's the expectation. Eventually, the program has to get to a playoff. Michigan hasn't been close. And let's just talk about the talent. And for some people who don't know, John Harbaugh's contract doesn't end till 2021. He got this season coming up, which is the next season, for $6 million, and the following season for another $6 million. So I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But let's talk about the talent. Let's talk about the talent he's recruited. Ohio State, which is the arch rival, and Wisconsin has produced top-ranked pro players in the past 5 seasons. Ohio State, you look at the corners, you look at the running back like Ezekiel Elliott, the corners that have come out of Ohio State, the DBs, the linebackers, the DNs, Nick Bosa, you got Chase Young this year. These guys are top-ranked players that he's recruiting. Ohio State recruits across the country every year. What is Michigan recruiting? I could think of the top-ranked players that come through Michigan and just underachieved. Rashad Gary, one of the highest-ranked players in the country. Maybe I think he's ranked number 1 overall in the country. Committed to Michigan, underachieved. Jabril Peppers, underachieved. A guy who I was a fan of coming out of high school, Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's the second-ranked receiver in the country behind Devontae Smith that went to Alabama, and Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. Underachieved. You get the transfer of Shea Patterson, who was the number 1 ranked quarterback in the country when he went to Ole Miss. Gets to Michigan, underachieves. I don't get it. These guys get to this program and they look like they're underachievers. They didn't get to the pro level and they start to underachieve. It's something about his style of coaching. Yes, has it produced wins for Michigan? Sure. Has it made Michigan a top 25 program? Sure. Again, you don't pay a guy to be the second highest paid coach in college football. Now, $6 million for the next 2 seasons, and the team cannot get to a college playoff. I couldn't tell you who Michigan quarterback going to be next year. I couldn't tell you who the receivers are. back in the past, Michigan at least had a decent running back that could be a pro player or receiver. Those guys are not pro players. A lot of these guys that Jim Harbaugh is recruiting, the top-ranked players, the last time they're going to put on a helmet is in college on Saturdays. Most of them won't become pro players. And he just can't seem to win the big one. The team can't win the big one. And a lot of it has to do with, I don't know, maybe his khakis. But here's the bigger reason why Jim Harbaugh needs to move. Why should he leave Michigan? For one, as a head coach, he's never stayed nowhere this long. San Diego State, he was there 3 seasons from 04 to 06. At Stanford from 07 to 2010, that's 4 seasons. 49ers from 11 to 2014, 4 seasons. Michigan from 2015 to now, 5 seasons, possibly 6. He doesn't stay nowhere long. I think Michigan was the dream job. It was the love of Michigan, the college football, and he wanted to get back into it. He had a terrible divorce with the 49ers, and we all know about the divorce. I'm not going to get into all that. It's not what this video is about. The point of the matter is, it was a dream job, and he lived the dream. But the team, as a program, he's not getting the top-ranked recruits in the country, and the team is not winning more than 9 games. Yeah, they may have a bowl game this year and luck up and win 10. But he can't get that program as the highest-paid coach. He can't get the big recruits, and on top of that, the ones he do get, they're underachieved. And they can't get to... The fact of the matter is, you got to beat Ohio State and Penn State. These are programs you're just not consistently beating. That's the expectation for Michigan. It is what it is. Now, here's what I'm going to tell people. Where should Jim Harbaugh go? I know a lot of y'all going to disagree with me, but he should go back to the pros. And they got 2 particular teams here I think he should go to. One, Cleveland. Cleveland needs a coach. Baker needs a coach. Odell needs a coach. The team needs a leader. And we already know Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham, or even now Myles Garrett, are not the leaders of this team, even though they're the team's best players. They need the guy with the khakis. That will be a big-time signing for Cleveland Browns. Getting a guy in there who has a winning record at the pro level and get some structure and stability in Cleveland. That will make John Dorsey's day. See if you can go out there. The buyout for Jim Harbaugh is $12 million. I suggest you write the check. It's too much talent in the Browns organization for not to have some structure. The guy with the khakis will work. And for people who don't know, he's from Toledo. So he's an Ohio native. The second place he should go, which I think is a better fit. Dallas, baby. Everything's bigger in Dallas. Jerry Jones, they wouldn't have a problem writing a $12 million check to buy him out of Michigan. Cowboys got too much talent. They need coaching. You seen what he did with the 49ers. You seen how he had that type of defense. You seen what he did with a guy like Colin Kaepernick underneath his system with Greg Roman. You can get a Dak Prescott, and you get some elite talent like an Amari Cooper, and he can use Ezekiel Elliott like he's using Frank Gore. It will be a great fit for Jim Harbaugh. So the second place he should be between those 2 teams is the Cleveland Browns or the Dallas Cowboys. But it's time for him to leave Michigan. So here's my question. Like the video, subscribe to the page, man. Where do you guys think Jim Harbaugh should coach next? I think it's out of Cleveland. I think the better fit is the Dallas Cowboys. But y'all let me know in the comments box, man. Subscribe to FanView Live, man. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to FanView Live if you're on YouTube. If you're on IG also, man, this is FanView Live. Man, appreciate it. Y'all have a great one.